Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold and the Beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The people of Los Angeles, who took great chances to live their lives as they saw fit, were the force in 2024. Douglas disobeyed his parents in order to reside at Aunt Steffi's place in peace. In order to protect his friends and family from Sheila, Bill abandoned them. In order to have a future with Bill Spencer, Sheila bet her independence. When Lai told the intern to give up her dream job, Luna shouted out, "Hell, no, I won't go." In order to pursue a future with Sheila, Daccon risked his relationship with Hope. There were others who took chances besides them. Hope made her sex drive her priority above her marriage when given the option. Taylor abandoned her connection with Brooke in order to take another shot at Ridge, while Eric decided to terminate his life rather than pass away in a pool of familial sympathy after realizing his own mortality. For Eric, Christmas arrived with a miracle, and not a minute too soon, as the plotline that should have been the year's greatest, with Eric coming to terms with his own mortality, turned into the longest, most clutch plot with a conclusion that was more obvious than the birth of Jesus Christ. Enjoy a moment of relaxation while we go over the biggest, worst, and greatest nothing burgers of the year. In addition, we'll identify the most obnoxious character from 2024 and divulge which MIA characters the program has chosen not to include in 2024. Come on, let's scoop. I now have a sneaking suspicion that Sheila is vying for the title of worst villain. Anything that lessens her perceived threat to her beloved son Finn, she will accept. Her villainous days seem a long time ago. There isn't a single mustache-twirling item she performed in 2023 that comes to mind. Rather of trying to take a life, she actually saved one. Serving those who despise her is her job as a waitress. When her opponents punch her and smear macaroni all over her face, she smiles. She will then most likely have to lie down and wear red in order for her opponents to utilize her as a red carpet entryway into the restaurant. Unfortunately, though, individuals in Los Angeles still say that they are afraid of this woman. Indeed, Hope, who is attracted to people like Thomas, disparages her father's friendship with Sheila, arguing that Thomas has undergone more transformation than Sheila, who had treatment in a cell where her only options were to contemplate herself and make changes. See, I'm not saying Sheila is going to volunteer on Skid Row and wear a brooch every Christmas, but can't she at least be placed on villain storm watch or wicked probation to keep an eye on the circumstances that would eventually lead to a Sheila hurricane? Isn't it preferable than making fun of her and making her go crazy? Hearing how scared Steffi is of Sheila while Steffi is the one visiting Sheila's house and bringing up ridiculous topics that Sheila had good reason to end is really frustrating. Any judge worthy of her bench would have filed assault and battery charges against Steffi. If Sheila had struck out Steffi's lights in retaliation, it would have been an act of self-defense. Look, fans understand that while Sheila has a history of danger, she deserves a queen-sized reset, which she may be receiving with Daccon. Everyone, from Lee to Ridge to Finn, should, in my opinion, quit blowing their own trumpets about Sheila Carter and instead wait and watch. That is especially true for Liam, who has become the world's most obnoxious guy due to his campaigns against Sheila and Thomas. Spoiler warning. Liam appeals to me. With affection, I bestow upon him the title of most bothersome, and I do so because he deserves it. Liam started off by bugging Bill non-stop on his relationship with Sheila. Bill was being pressured by everyone regarding Sheila, but when you factor in Liam's unwavering hatred toward Thomas, his complaints about Finn hugging Sheila, his belief that he is the only one who can shield Steffi and Kelly from the evil Sheila who saved Kelly's life, his persistent attempts to undermine Steffi's marriage with his, and his audacity to file for divorce while leaving the paperwork in his car, Liam begins to look like a little puke. This year, I discovered that Liam doesn't give the ladies he professes to love. Liam was aware that something was wrong in his marriage, but he chose to ignore the Thomas tree rather than look around and see the codependent relationship his wife has had with Thomas since Beth died. Similarly, Liam continued to press his lips to Steffi's and harass her about what Finn had done wrong, refusing to accept that their kiss wasn't on her list. Sure, Finn had messed up, but Liam would not concede that kicking Finn in the groin was not the way to win Steffi. Liam also didn't understand that Steffi is quite then capable of shoving both guys outside if necessary. Liam can now have some time to himself, ponder and mature, just as Thomas and Shayla have, now that Hope is content to bask in Thomas' adoration and Steffi has rejected his request that she come back home. Let's hope that Liam's new girlfriend has constant harassment from individuals who tell her that he won't change due to karma. Has Thomas evolved? Let's just say that, with a dash of Finn's side-eye and a heaping helping of Liam's complete recollection of Thomas' transgressions, I'm still going to view him through Brooke goggles. I won't ignore the fact that, since that little custody dispute, he and Shayla have generally behaved well, and despite my best efforts, I haven't found any indication that Thomas has returned to the road rage, hope napping, baby secret burying, CPS lying, parent trapping, letter forging, Zoe-crushing man of the past. Not quite, but 2024 is always an option. It is important to remember that change is relative and does not imply perfection. It also doesn't imply that one's negative tendencies or urges go gone entirely. It does, however, indicate that the altered individual has acquired new coping mechanisms and ways to respond to the situations that used to set them off. Thomas succeeded in doing this. In 2023, he was able to manage his compulsive inclinations toward Hope. He drew sketches as a way to express his erratic emotions, and he'd gotten himself so well under control that was blind to Hope's advances. He also contemplated the idea of buying Steffi a house if Hope ever showed interest in him. Steffi is still waiting for that house, though, since no matter how hard he tried, he was unable to starve himself for months on end and still hold back when Hope waved herself in front of him like a big, flaming slice of meat. Thomas is currently enraptured and ready to serve Hope like a Carter blow-up doll, praising and worshipping her like a queen. If the no-strings-attached relationship has roped him in, or if he'll walk away whenever Hope decides to terminate things, remains to be seen as of 2024. Many viewers believe that Hope and Thomas are in love, but there's a reason why Hope hasn't filed for divorce and why others keep warning her and Thomas about each other. Woe, who got up and decided that the humble stepsister Zend Forrester was not appropriate for the ball. Who thought that Zenda's underwear would cause such a stir over Golden Child RJ? Collaborating on Eric's line. In front of him, family members ignored to ask Zendi to the hospital, and he's treated like an afterthought when it comes to finishing Eric's line. It's not going down well with Zend. He's actually beginning to feel as though he's being forced to leave the family. Is Zend not entitled to this level of upset? Ultimately, he attended design school, right? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.